Greetings, Internet. My name is Vince Nicholas. I'm the lazy, healthy dude. So my boy Luke Minton, he just bought a house out in Rockland, California with his fiancee Kelsey, and they had a housewarming on Saturday. Allison doesn't want me in her life anymore, or desire me in her life anymore, doesn't need me in her life anymore, but so she's not in my life anymore. So I was planning to take her. I needed a date to Luke Minton's housewarming. So I'm like, how am I going to get a date? I don't want to show up stag to a housewarming because everyone else is coming probably coupled up. And I didn't want to be pathetic. And honestly, I don't really know anyone in Luke's life. So I thought, and I didn't want to occupy all of his time. I mean, he'd be running around entertaining and all that stuff. So I figured I wanted someone just to hang with, just to chat with. So I needed a date. So and I'm texting Luke. I'm like, Luke, I'm gonna be on my own at your shindig there. And he's like, that's cool. And he's like, I can hook you up with my grandma. And I'm like, Grandma Minton, holla at your boy. I'm a grower, not a shower, Grandma Minton. Why did I say that? So I'm riding solo, much like the Jason Derulo song. So speaking of the club, I need a date to Luke Minton's housewarming. I don't know, where do the high school girls hang out around here? Where do women flock? To the mall? All I hear about is millennials don't go to malls anymore, or malls are dying, and they are. What do chicks do during the day? I mean, really? I mean, other than eat? I don't know. Where do they congregate? Leave it down in the comments section, or don't. But so, yeah. No Allison, I need a girl. And when you don't have a job, life is odd to navigate. Like, your worth and your purpose, and I don't have a job, and I don't have someone to love, to dote upon. So it's an odd time in my journey right now. But anyways, so Friday night. So I'm joking with Minton via text. I'm like, I'm gonna go to the club tonight, and then he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, club bed, because I'll be in bed whatever. And so it was like 11:55. The whole night, Friday night, I spent by myself as usual, being sad and pathetic and watching pretty college girls talk about their bullet journals on YouTube all night. But I need a date, and so Friday night I'm like, I should go out. I don't want to go out. I should go out. Where would I go out? I don't have anyone to go out with. There's nothing sadder than going solo. So I'm like, should I go? I ended up going to bed at 8 or whatever. I don't remember. So I wake up. It was like 11:50 or 11:55. I wake up, and I forget why. Either I was hungry, I needed to eat, or I had to go to the bathroom or whatever. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out. I'm going to get dressed. I'm going to put on my best duds, my finest duds, my Sunday best. I'm going to go out. So literally at midnight, it didn't take me long. I'm not a woman. Okay, sometimes it takes me a long time to get dressed. I have a lot of options. I have too many clothes. Sometimes I like, when I need to get dressed for something, like I'll go through like several shirts and pants and shorts, and I'm just like, I hate everything. I hate all my clothes. I have so many clothes and I hate them all. Now what do I do with my life? So I head on down to so I go out. So I decide to go to The Couch, which is a sports bar down the road here. And I don't know why I thought The Couch would have something going on, but I pull up and there's literally one car in front of The Couch. And it's a sports bar, so maybe they do gangbusters business Sundays during NFL football games. I don't know. But I saw one car and I was like, I'm not going in there. I don't want to look at the scene. If there is a scene, I don't want the bartenders to be like, what's this dude doing in here? And please don't leave our bar, Mr. Nicholas. So I didn't go in. So my second option was Rockies, and Rockies is like actually a little closer to where I live, and Rockies is like it's a local landmark. Locals call it the 40 because 40 is in its address. I forget its address is 7440, so it's referred to as the 40 by some. Anyways, but Rockies, I've been there before. But when I first moved to Citrus Heights, I went to the barber shop around the way here, and a dude's cutting up my hair, and we're chatting it up. And he's a young dude, so we're talking about Citrus Heights nightlife, and he's like, and I'm like, yeah, well, what's up with Rockies? And he's like, man, no. He's like, don't go to Rockies. I'm like, well, why not? What's up with that? And he's like, man, we refer to Rockies as the last option. He goes, if the first place you go to doesn't pan out, and then the second venue you show up to doesn't go as you'd hoped, you usually end up at Rockies. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it's fine. I mean, it's your local dive with it's old and, well, it's old. And they don't spend much on design or production or lighting, but it's fine. I mean, I've been there a couple times. I've had good times there. I've had boring times there. Whatever. So I head on over to the 40 there, Rockies, and well, first of all, it was an $8 cover. Like, really? Like, I just live down the road here. Like, $8. I mean, I realize this is the finest nightlife that Citrus Heights has to offer, but $8, really? But I mean, I appreciate there being at least a cover, because if you go to the club with no cover versus the club with like $1 cover or $2 or $5, there's a huge, vastly different clientele. The no cover, it's bottom of the barrel. It's people who you usually don't want to associate with. The $2 cover, there's a little barrier there. You have to have some sort of income, very low income. But I thought $8 was steep. And I walked in, and Rockies is like it's a room, has a bar, and they have karaoke in there. And by the way, do you like this beanie? I feel like I should be like a Swedish girl milking something in the countryside. Ja, Vergnügen. Oh, that's German. I don't know. But Rockies, so they got the main room, it's got the bar, and it's got karaoke, and then it's got another little room behind that with the pool table, and then Rockies really shines is the outside area. It's a huge space. It's actually a really, really nice space in terms of just how much elbow room there is. I hate these places that are like hallways. Like, you go in there and you're like elbow to elbow with people. The bar is here, and then there's like 5 feet of standing room, and then the wall's here, and you're like, how do I navigate around here? And if it gets crowded, it's just so annoying. Oh, drives me crazy. Anyways, so I walk in to Rockies at 12:30, midnight. I don't remember. No, or I guess it would be around closer to 1 a.m. obviously. So I walk into Rockies. How was the scene, you ask? It was pathetic. It was pretty sad. And I was there, which makes me pathetic and pretty sad. It was a bunch of bros wearing hoodies, tatted up bros. There were a few man buns. The women weren't any better. the few women weren't doing any better on looks wise. And I don't mean to go all Alicia Silverstone and Clueless, but I mean, do guys just like roll out of bed and throw on a backwards baseball cap and expect women to swoon? Like, at least I put in effort. I was looking pretty fine. I was looking dapper. I forget what I was wearing, but I looked okay. I put it, like I said, I put in effort. It wasn't much effort. I got dressed at midnight, but I put on I believe a button-up just a short sleeve button up and some jeans and some nice boots. But I'm a good looking dude, and at Rockies, I was very good looking. I was top of the food chain. I was, and I'm not saying this to brag. I was the best looking person there amongst the men and women. Okay, that was the scene I walked into. So it's about 20, 25, maybe 30 people around, sitting at mostly at tables. A couple of people were dancing the dance floor. It's not huge, but it's a decent size. And I bought a beer. I bought a Coors Light just to hold it. I drank maybe 10% of it, maybe a quarter of it. I would put it to my mouth and take in like a gram of beer. I just wanted to front. I just wanted to blend in aesthetically. I wanted to be aesthetically pleasing and fit in case anyone put me on their Instagram. I don't know. Can you walk into a bar with a cup of coffee, or a club, a nightclub with a cup of coffee, a Starbucks, cup of Starbucks? They'll just assume there's probably booze in there. But so I bought a beer. By the way, it was like $4+. How much was it? It was like $4.50, $4.75. Again, this is a dive in Stitches Heights, and $8 to get in, and nearly $5 for a beer. Pretty pricey, but whatever. It's like when they job you at sporting events. Suddenly, a small thing of nachos is like $8, and it's like, I could make this at home for 6 cents. What the hell? So yeah, I mean, I bought the Coors Light just to hold it, just to have something to hold. I barely drank it. Plus, I was driving home by myself. Going out by yourself, kids, that's the new thing. And I spent most of the night huddled up to this couple, right near this couple, because they were huddled up right next to the one working heater in the entire nightclub. Now, what is it with these, like, restaurants? They do it too, but they'll have like 15 of those tall space heaters, and then only one of them works, and it's like, what's going on here? Why do you have so many? Is it hard to fix them? I'm cold AF. Okay, like I wouldn't mind if you only had one working heater. I wouldn't mind if you let me light the contents of this trash can on fire, so I can hold my hand above it like this little candle here. Keep me warm. But yeah, there was one working heater, and me and this lovely couple were kind of jammed up next to it. And that's how I spent most of the night. And because I don't really like to talk to girls. I mean, at this age, I just think I see a girl, and I don't know if she's 21 or 31 or 16, and at this point, I don't approach, and I'm so out of practice, I don't approach women. But and I just think that's like, I see a young a gal, and I'm like, that's someone's daughter. That could be my daughter. I mean, if you want to get weird about it, or odd about it, not perverted, but 21 and up, and I'm 40, so I could have had a daughter at 19. I could have had a daughter or son at 16 or whatever. So that's someone's daughter, and I'm someone's son. What's going on here? Yeah, so I don't approach women. I wait for women to approach me, because that's how it works in the movies. Like, I think I'm good at looking enough to get by on my handsomeness, and although it's probably not coming across in this beanie from the Dollar Tree, and the fact that I ate an entire pizza by myself last night, along with breadsticks and 4 bags of chips. But that's another story. But this is what happened, kids. So I'm sitting there looking pretty, looking fine, with my back up against the wall, like any loser up in the club. And so this chick who I'd she was doing her thing or whatever. I mean, there weren't many chicks. There were like 20 dudes and maybe like 5 chicks, or 30 dudes and 10 chicks. It wasn't a balanced population. Ladies' night. It wasn't ladies' night, or maybe it was. But so I'm standing there looking fine with my Coors Light that I wasn't drinking because I was fronting. And this chick comes up to me and she's like, "Do you want to dance?" I'm like, "Nah." And I made some stupid reference to Dancing with the Stars, and I was trying to be funny. I was trying to be cute, and she was wasted, so the conversation didn't. It's hard to hear. You know these nightclubs you go into and you try to have a conversation, you try to chat it up, and you end up just nodding a lot, and you get along famously because, well, there's nothing much to chat about in the first place. I met you, you met me, we're attracted to each other. Let's put our genitals together for several seconds and maybe have a family, make a home, make a fine home, you and me, girl. So she comes up to me, and like I said, I make some pathetic Dancing with the Stars joke, blah, 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 and we end up on the dance floor dancing, and I got into it, dude. I like nightclubs. I'm not a good dancer, but I will dance. I don't like bars because I don't really like drinking. So, like, if I go out, I want to go to a club and I want to hear hip-hop, which is becoming more rare because all these DJs are playing this house, European EDM, crap, and I can't stand it. I want to hear hip-hop. I don't care if it's new hip-hop or old-school hip-hop. I want to hear rap because that's what I dig on. And we're dancing, and she's twerking it. She might have been twerking it. I don't know. Maybe I was twerking it. Maybe we were both twerking it. But we were dancing and blah, blah, blah. And her name is Liz. But I called her Elizabeth because we're not in 8th grade, okay? Like, I like formal names. I like formal first names. They sound very regal. They just sound so beautiful. Like Allison's name, her nickname is Allie, which some people call her. It's like, Allie? I'm not a 3rd grader. Your name is Allison. It's so full and formal and beautiful name. Same with Rebecca. Some people call her Becca or Becca Boo. And I'm like, I like your first name. I like your full yeah. It'll take me 2, 3, 4 syllables to spit it out. But I like formal first names. That's why I like Vincent, even though I was called Vince for so long that it's kind of hopeless now. But if I believe, and I honestly believe this, that I believe if I had insisted on being called Vincent from like age 6 or 7 or whatever, I'd be in a different position in life. I'd be running a hedge fund in Manhattan. I'd be having sex orgies with the Illuminati and the Bilderberg Group. And we'd be having drinking parties in the Swiss Alps at the Davos festival in Switzerland there. Okay, that's enough. But I did shake my thing. Her name was Elizabeth, and we chat, and it was fun. We had a fun time. And then, one thing she did say to me, she's like, "I've been watching you the whole night." I was like, "You go, girl." Yeah, it's because I got my Coors Light here. If I'd been holding a Starbucks venti cup, I don't think it would have gone as well. But yeah, she was like, "I've been watching you the whole night." Now, she was trashed. So, did she mean it? Did she really want me for me? Does she care about my heart? Is she going to love me and take care of me? I doubt it. Or maybe she would. So we're chatting, we're dancing, we're kind of blah, blah, blah. And last call for alcohol. So we sit down at the bar. We go inside, we sit down at the bar, we're chatting. And I'm like, all right, this is my date to Luke Mitten's housewarming, which is the whole freaking reason I went out in the first place. This is my date. This is my girl. I'm going to show up with her, and we're going to kick it and party, and I'm not going to be stag and single and pathetic at Luke Minton's housewarming. This is it. I'm going to ask her. And then and like I said, she was under the influence of alcohol. And, but I was all in. I was like, I'm ready to marry you, girl. No, But I was like, I'm gonna ask her. What's up for tomorrow? You want to go to not a stupid housewarming? It was actually a lovely housewarming. You want to go to a housewarming? Okay, whatever. So we started blah blah blah, and so we're doing the how get to know you thing, party and BS as Biggie says, and then she starts in on, I'm like, so what's up for tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow? Can I see you tomorrow or something like that? And she's like, I have kids, and I'm like, okay, what? And I'm like, well, how many? Because I'm expecting her to say like 8 or so. I don't know why, but I was like, well, how many? She's like 2, and I go, okay, and then she's like, and I've been married, and she showed me a ring. I don't know if it was her engagement ring or I don't know what was going on, but she's like, and I've been married. I'm like, okay, so you have had sex with another man. You let another man impregnate you before me. I thought I was the one, girl. I thought we were gonna lose our virginities to each other, girl. I love you. No, but so she starts in on, I have kids, okay. I've been married, okay. I don't get out much. I was like, what the hell? What is this conversation going? So in the end, I just left, dude. I was like, whatever, lady. Like, you got issues, you got drama, you got problems, or maybe she was giving me the heave-ho, although I doubt it. But, I don't know. But, so I just left. And honestly, I was much better looking than her. Now, that might sound stuck up and conceited, but I just, like, I think I'm, like, on a good night, I can gussy myself up to a 6 or a 7. And so I wonder, like, because you want someone in your range. Like, so I will go down to a 5. Maybe a 4. Maybe. But this chick, was she a 4? She was borderline 3. I don't know. Where's the Richter scale when you need one? She was okay. She wasn't. Listen, I'm no Channing Tatum over here, but she was she seemed nice and fun, and again, she was trashed, but I just thought if I bring her to Luke Mitten's house, she would have been cool company. Like, we could have gotten to know each other, we could have drank, and we could have just, enjoyed ourselves. And that's what I was looking for, because I was really desperate. So, she was 4, maybe 3.5, 3.5, I don't know. But, yeah, she wasn't the one like Neo in the Matrix, but she seemed like a nice gal, and maybe perhaps I'll see her again out on the mean streets of Citrus Heights at Rockies again. But in the end, kids, and this is the whole point of me rambling on for whatever it is, 15, 20 minutes now. In the end, I went to Luke Mitten's housewarming, stag, solo, on my own, and I freaking had a blast. And my boy Justin Hyer, Hyer, he texted me the other day, because I said something about it on Snapchat or Instagram, I don't remember, and he replied, he's like, dude, that's how I like to go to parties, because you end up meeting people, and you end up having a good time, and you're more social, you're more outgoing, instead of just being kind of tethered or shackled to a person. I was like, you're absolutely right, because I freaking had a blast. I met Minton's family, and his friends, and his coworkers, and they were all so warm, and just loving and caring and nice and fun. And I mean, would I have had an equal amount of fun with Elizabeth or Allison? Maybe, but I had a blast, and I wasn't gonna go, but I went, and I'm glad I freaking did. So in conclusion, kids, when you're 40 years old and going to the club by yourself, it can be sad. But that's another thing. I'm glad I went to Rockies. I was by myself. It was a pathetic scene, but I was out and about, and I got to chat with Liz for, I don't know, whatever, 10, 15, 20 minutes, and just being out there and social, It was cool, as opposed to my Saturday night, which involved, like I said, me eating an entire large pizza and breadsticks and 4 bags of chips by myself. But it's okay. Today I'm back on track. Back on track. So that's my story. So like, subscribe, comment, or don't. Do whatever you want. Go to the club if you're 40. Who cares? Do what's best for you. You do you, bro. Because no one else will. Peace.